Hello and welcome to my channel, Cromos here. Today I am bringing you the Ironvine Defender, a build solely focused on the item Ironvine Shield. As long as our weapon is enchanted with Shilalach, every time we get hit, we will retaliate, dealing damage equal to our wisdom modifier. The retaliation damage will also scale off Kalos Ring, dealing 2 radiant damage as long as we are illuminated. The build comes online during Act 2, so it takes a little bit to put this together, but I think it's a very funny way to play. So we're gonna build a tank that covers our party and just going around being annoying and just trying to get hit. So we will not build for a lot of armor class. If you want to see how it works, stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't already, and without delay, let's begin. So we want to start our build as a barbarian. I think it has the best damage mitigation, so it will help us to receive a lot of hits, so we can maximize the shield special ability. This character already has the +1 to wisdom from the hack, so we're going to take advantage of that for this particular build. The rest of the points can go into dexterity or constitution. And of course we will need a lot of wisdom. We will be attacking using Shilalach. So we will add our wisdom modifier to the damage and attack roll, as long as our weapon is a staff or a club. So in order to get the build working from early on, I think level 3 it's very easy to attain. We are going to multi-class into cleric and we will choose the nature domain. I chose cleric over druid, so we have access to the light cantrip, which is essential to make the ring to work later on. At character level 4 we will go back to barbarian, so we can choose our bestial heart. Our subclass is going to be wild heart, since it's the one that offers the most tankiness. Level 5 we get our first feat and we will go for sentinel. We will be able to do attacks of opportunity against enemies that attack our allies. We will have advantage on those attacks, and these attacks will immobilize if they are successful. At character level 6 we get access to our extra attack, and then the real juice starts from character level 7. Aspect of the beast, Stallion. Now when we are enraged, every time we dash, we will get hit points that scale with our barbarian levels. This way we will have a lot of hit points to absorb damage and therefore return damage to our attackers. Our last class for this build is Fighter. I chose it for the protection value and the action surge. However, you might be better by multi-classing into 3 levels of Rogue and choosing Thief. It fills the role of the tank to get goading attack, since this will kind of taunt the enemies to attack you, but other than that, riposte, you will not take much advantage of it. Most of the times the enemies will hit you, and riposte works when they miss. The last 2 levels we return to barbarian, because at level 7 we get +3 initiative and we will not be surprised anymore, which I think it's a great passive. And finally at level 8 we will get our second and last feat, and we're going to invest the points into ability improvement wisdom to boost our Shilalach and the shield skill. Quickly show you the items. Besides the shield and the rings, the rest is pretty much optional. You can select whatever you want, and of course you must have a staff or a club equipped. You will have a lot of hit points, so you're not afraid of death. You can go recklessly and tank to your heart's content with this build. One thing that I did not mention is that the Eagle Rage will make your dash a bonus action. That's the reason why we can combine it with the Stallion. You can also dash outside of combat, and for free you will start every combat with some temporary hit points, which is pretty amazing, to be honest. With 8 levels into the barbarian class, this will translate into 16 points. Keep in mind, however, if you want to refresh these temporary hit points, they must be completely depleted. Otherwise, they will not refresh. The main challenge of the build, of course, is in normal circumstances, you will have to Shilalach first, and then on the next turn you will have to spend your rage. Therefore, that is the consideration to go for the Thief instead of Fighter. So as you can see, every time I get hit, 7 damage is returned. I saw sometimes that the damage went up to 9 total damage, which I did not understand very well. I think it must be because of the rage. Sometimes it will increase the damage of the shield. I'm not sure if this is intended or not. I would say it's not, because it does not always happen. Hope you liked the video and the build. Let me know in the comments what you think. And as usual, see you in the next video. Adios.